Hi guys! Today I wanted to tell you about a really embarrassing moment in my life. So it is going to be a story time video. An embarrassing story time video. If you're interested, please keep watching. My embarrassing experience, don't even know how I look right now, happened when I was in middle school. So in honor of that, I decided to bring out my middle school shirt, one of my middle school shirts. But anyway, there were a lot of embarrassing middle school stories that I have, but one of them really sticks out to me. It was my 6th grade concert. My first 6th grade music concert for choir was supposed to be this really exciting night. We were supposed to wear, for one of the songs, red and white, I think were the colors that we were supposed to wear. So I was one of the few who wore all white. I wore a white skirt, a white shirt, and the shirt had a little red detail on it, but otherwise it was all white. Everybody else wore mostly red. And I just so happened to be standing in the front row in the middle. And so all focus, well, not all focus, I shouldn't be all focus was on me, but a lot of eyes would gravitate toward me because I was dead center wearing all white. There was a boy I liked who was in 7th grade named Stevie, and he was working up in the box, controlling the lights and stuff and the music. And so I was trying to be cool and impress him, and I don't know really what got into me, but that's how it started. And in the middle of the concert, for a good 25 minutes, I was just making a butt out of myself. It was so bad. I was sticking out my tongue to my amazing choir director, Mrs. TG. And I loved her, so it wasn't I was yeah, F you. I was just and trying to be so cool and moving around like this, and I kind of wish I had a video of it, but I kind of don't. I'm glad that I don't, because it was just so embarrassing. And even my friend, Rachel, who was standing behind me, she was just you should probably stop. And I was no, this is fun. And it was horrible. I knew it was bad the next day because my choir teacher and the assistant choir teacher stopped the class in the beginning, and they said, there were some disturbances last night. We got a lot of calls about them. And oh my God, even just thinking about it, my cheeks are starting to get red. But they were we got a lot of calls about certain things that happened in the middle of the concert. And yeah, it was really bad, but if we would like to talk to you about it, whoever you are, you know who you are. If you weren't on your medication or something like that, please tell us. And that's when I was oh shoot, this is not good. Because if they were thinking that it was some kind of imbalance thing going on where I wasn't taking my medication or something, then it's really bad. Yeah, basically I was terrified, but I went to talk to them because they made it pretty obvious I had to go talk to them. So I went to go talk to them, and I really had no excuse. That was the bad part. It was so embarrassing because I had no excuse. I couldn't have just been oh yeah, I didn't take my medication, because I wasn't on any medication. So I was just before I got here, I gorged myself on Mountain Dew and Pixie Stix, and that's what happened. That's what I did. That's why I did that. And it was so not true. I mean, it was kind of true because that is what happened. But at the same time, I really didn't have any excuse. I didn't feel like I was hyped up on sugar when I was doing that. But yeah, it was really bad. And the horrible part was it pretty much ruined the concert for everyone. Nobody really thought that it was funny. A couple people laughed, but nobody thought it was funny. Everybody kind of thought that there was something wrong. And they could have kicked me out of choir right then. And I wouldn't have blamed them because it was so bad. But I'm really glad that they were understanding about it. and that they appreciated that I actually came up and talked to them about it, and they didn't kick me out of choir. Thank the Lord, because if I had been kicked out of choir, I wouldn't have been in choir all of middle school, and then I wouldn't have done the extracurricular groups in high school, and that was pretty much everything for me in high school. But, yeah, that's really it. It was a really horrible experience, and it was all my fault. So, if you're in middle school and you're making dumb ass mistakes, it's okay. Like, it was so horribly embarrassing having the choir director, the choir teacher, stand in front of the class and say, if you didn't take your medication, then come talk to us. And it was so embarrassing. And a couple people raised their hands in choir, and they were like, there were some people that ruined it for everyone else, and I'd like you to talk to them. And it was just, it was horrible. But I lived, I made it through. They were understanding about it. They knew that I was just a dumb kid, a dumb 11-year-old. And yeah, but I learned from that mistake, and I never, ever did anything like that again. Not ever. So, yeah. Oh, wait, I have another part of the story. Hold on. Okay, one thing you'll learn about me is that I'm a very sentimental person. Like, if somebody gives me something, I don't even care if it's a piece of paper. I'll keep it, because it's really special to me when I get a gift like that, especially if it's thoughtful. And my lovely choir teacher, she was amazing. And we ended up being very close in middle school, and then in high school she would come watch all of the kids perform and whatever, and she always gave me a hug and a special, like, you know, yeah, she's a nice lady. She's so nice. And one of the times, I think it was like my first choir concert of high school, she came backstage and she gave me a gift, and it was a giant Pixie stick. Just a giant Pixie stick. And she was like, it's for my Pixie Stick girl. And it was just so sweet. Like, isn't that just to take something that I almost ruined one of her concerts, and it was like the worst outbreak, or it was the worst concert like ever that she'd ever had, and she still made a joke of it and gave me a giant Pixie stick. And yeah, to this day, she's just the nicest person, and she still calls me her Pixie Stick girl, even though I graduated a long time ago. Yeah, it was just the sweetest thing. So even horrible memories as a young kid in high school, in middle school, even horrible memories become really good stories, really good lessons, or they just flip the script completely and become a good memory and not a terrible one that makes you want to crawl into a hole and die. So if you make dumb mistakes, just keep going no matter what age you are. Things will get better, and that's true in all areas of life. So if you liked this embarrassing storytime video, please give it a thumbs up, comment your embarrassing moments if you dare, and always subscribe for new videos all the time. That's it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.